Paul Rosalind.
We are both instructors here at MATC and in the sheet metal program. So today what we want to do is demonstrate our fire life safety smoke demonstration system. I'll start over here with the panel. This is the kind of the control hub that we built in order to demonstrate what we have. So up top I have my fans, my fire smoke dampers, smoke machines. We are running a theatrical smoke and non-toxic smoke for the demonstration purposes. And then we can also control, there's some isolation dampers, a bleed damper, and a damper up on the roof. That all ties in with the system itself over here. You want to explain what we got?
So we have two smoke machines on the leading end of this ductwork. We have an intake funnel. We have plexiglass or Lexan clear glass that runs through the entire length of both duct runs that are split for two different fans. That way you can visually see the smoke pass through. The fans are speed controlled, so they have the ability to either increase the static or decrease the static or the speed of the smoke. And then we have an isolation damper, which is on one fan. The other one we do not have an isolation damper. That's so we can capture the smoke in a compartment and then clear another compartment. If you're looking at, I guess we don't really have a very good fire smoke damper one. This would be the area that we'd be able to capture our smoke and then clear smoke. And we'll also demonstrate a plume of smoke coming out in a failed system or a simulated failed system. Then the smoke would then travel through, and we have an exhaust fan on the roof that would ventilate the system so we don't choke ourselves out here. So we'll start with a demonstration on the smoke introduced through the duct system with all the dampers open and our lead damper closed to just show how smoke travels through ductwork and how quickly it actually moves through the ductwork.
So one thing Paul was alluding to that I think we kind of want to clarify here is we're really demonstrating two separate systems within one. So on the right we have fan number 2, on the left, my left, fan number 1.
Right.
That's going to give us the ability to demonstrate two independent HVAC systems, one with a functioning fire life safety system and one that has failed or not been installed or installed incorrectly, not maintained, something of that nature. So that for demonstration purposes, we'll talk about system 1 versus system 2. So I'm going to go ahead and start making the smoke. Takes just a few seconds to get going. But now, as you can see, we are mimicking a fires in the building. The HVAC system is running. The smoke is being drawn in. We are on the return side of the fans. And that smoke is being delivered through all of the ductwork to the building. At this point, right now, system 1 and system 2 are really the same.
Right.
Okay? You can see how quickly the smoke totally can fill your ductwork.
So system 2 we're going to keep open or failed, meaning if the alarm were to trip, that damper, for whatever reason, is frozen open. And system 1, or damper 1, we're going to close. And we're also going to close the isolation damper.
We'll leave it open at first.
We're going to leave that open at first, but we will.
So right now, all right, within the building, these being fire smoke dampers, if this was an actual fire existing in the ductwork, there is a temperature sensing device on a fire smoke damper that would activate to slam it shut. Most buildings today with a fire smoke damper, it's also tied in with a smoke detection system.
Right.
So in this case right now, I'm going to show what would happen if we had a fire in the building, the ductwork is filling with smoke, a duct-mounted smoke detector head has picked that up and is going to put it into an alarm. see system 1's damper, fire smoke damper, is closing. Okay. System 2, you can see the smoke is still moving straight through the duct, all right? Its damper did not close. The smoke is still moving through. 1, it has gotten trapped. We isolated it. The fire was back here. We slammed the damper shut, all right? Now what Paul did while I was talking was he cracked open a bleed damper. This is going to allow us to bring in some fresh air to ventilate the space, to mitigate the smoke. This is something that might be done in a stairwell pressurization, for example.
Smoke management.
Smoke management, giving occupants a safe means of egress to leave the building. So you can see, just within a few seconds of introducing some fresh air with a working fire smoke damper on system 1, the area after the damper is clear of smoke, right? Over here, a failed fire smoke damper, one that didn't get installed correctly, didn't get maintained, something of that nature. The smoke is continuing to make its way through.
Right. So, we clearly have definition or a definite difference between the two systems, and the importance of a fire smoke damper and its functionality is going to save lives, and that's the long and the short of it.
Yeah,
it really is.
Studies have shown that the leading cause of deaths in a fire in a building, people don't burn to death, they die of smoke inhalation. They were overcome by the smoke and collapsed just trying to leave the building. A functioning fire life safety system is designed to give the occupants an opportunity to get out of the building alive. Now what Paul's doing is he's turning down the exhaust fan, okay? Go ahead and open up that alarm fire smoke damper. To really drive the point home, the small duct on the side over here now is going to demonstrate, look how small that duct is and how quickly the smoke can start filling the space. So this would be an outlet going to a hospital room, an office space, somebody's apartment, condo, you name it. It doesn't take much time at all, and you can see that we can fill this space. This is a very large room. I can totally fill this room with smoke in a matter of minutes. This is what you'd be left with if you were in your room trying to leave without a working fire smoke system. Again, this is a non-toxic theatrical smoke we're using, but very quickly you can get the idea of what it would be like to be in a building that had a non-functioning fire smoke system. That would be a pretty typical duct size running to an office, a small apartment, even a hospital or a hotel room. It very quickly could be overcome with a non-functioning fire life safety system.
So just with using dampers, using fans, and having a working system, you can manage the smoke safely in a building to let occupants out and let the firefighters do their job. Without that, you know, nothing but problems, obviously. So that's what we're demonstrating here today, and that's what we're trying to let people understand, that there are systems out there that are probably not functioning like they should be in a lot of communities, a lot of cities, and we're trying to make awareness of it.
Yeah.
So that's all I have really.
Thanks for coming down.